35 female and my friend R is 31 female. I've been very close with her for about 4 years. I'm married and she's engaged. R enjoys Spanish music and my husband is a well-known salsa dancer in his scene. We've taken her dancing a couple of times and the three of us have become pretty close. Recently, we all went to a salsa bar for my husband's friend's birthday party. R's fiance couldn't make it as he was working. During the night, R drank a whole jug of cocktails by herself and got pretty tipsy. This is where things got tricky. While I was on the dance floor with some girlfriends, my husband stood by our table. R approached him, placed her hand on his chest, and started running it down while shaking her hips. My husband was visibly taken aback and took a small step back. She laughed, then walked away. Is that funny? I don't see anything funny, and I am an expert in what is not funny. I saw this happen, as did a few others, but I didn't think too much of it at first since R had also been dancing a bit provocatively with other men, including one of the band members, despite being engaged. Oh, okay, interesting. So is the guest for her wedding your husband by any chance? Felt a little uncomfortable. After that incident, my husband felt uncomfortable.
No, right?
And decided to leave the party early. He later told me how uneasy the situation made him, especially because he's known to be a conservative dancer who strictly follows social dance etiquette, meaning no inappropriate touching. We agreed that I should have a conversation with R to address the issue. That'll be an interesting convo. When I reached out to her to meet in person, she kept postponing, so we eventually had a video call. During the conversation, I explained my husband's boundaries and reassured her that we knew that she didn't mean any harm. We laughed it off. She even offered to apologize. I told her it wasn't necessary. We just wanted to set boundaries for future interactions. We ended the call on what I thought was a good note. However, 2 days later, she texted me saying she was hurt that I would think she had other intentions. Well, other intentions is one thing, but like also you can have honorable intentions or no bad intentions, but like if you cross somebody's boundary and they tell you that you crossed a boundary, you have to respect that. She's not like accusing you of anything. It's just like, don't touch my man, you know? Then she dropped a bombshell. She uninvited both me and my husband from her wedding. We were shocked. My husband and I have been there for R and her fiance in many ways, from helping with the proposal to designing her wedding invites for free, and even vouching for her fiance's character in church so they could have a Catholic wedding. I tried calling R to explain, but she ignored me, and her fiance followed suit. Interesting that the fiance's on her side when she was all up on somebody's man. Since we have mutual friends, some of whom I'm closer to, I had no choice but to let them know I was uninvited. A few of them have now decided not to attend the wedding in solidarity. I don't get why her husband is like, does he know the full extent of what she was doing? Here's where it gets more complicated. After our conversations, R started hanging out at the bar with my husband's friends. Initially, we decided not to tell anyone about what happened because we thought she might just be stressed due to the wedding. However, she started telling them I was very sensitive and insecure. Interesting choice of words. Which is why she decided to not have me at the wedding. Ah, interesting. She didn't tell them that you were on somebody's man. She conveniently left out the part where she inappropriately touched my husband. Of course she did, because it makes her look bad. People always leave out the parts that make them look bad.
That's not me. That's not me.
Nice little cherry picking. Now I feel guilty that she's losing friends at her wedding. However, I felt I had no option but to explain why I was uninvited since she wouldn't communicate with me. Am I the a-hole here? I mean, obviously not, Bessie. It is up to your friends to choose to not go to the wedding in solidarity with you or to go to the wedding. You were just telling them the truth because she was spreading lies about you. I have an update. I had to tell one of my good friends, let's call her Freya. I told Freya what happened as she was invited to the wedding as well. She said she's not surprised by this behavior as R has tried to be a little funny with her husband. Oh, a little funny. She's just a goofy gal, eh? Just a goofy gal.
Touching all up on people's husbands.
Can I steal your husband?
R and Freya met at a birthday party, and she started teasing him in a playful manner. Her husband is a little quiet. She then added him on Instagram and tried chatting up with him. Ooh. He blocked her. She didn't want to let us all know because R is someone who's very friendly and is a social butterfly. And she felt maybe she was being a little conservative, but she said she didn't have a good feeling about R. She and her husband rarely attend any events with Freya in it, and if she does, her husband refuses to be there to avoid any sort of drama. They have chose not to attend the wedding as well. Ooh. Well, the truth always comes out, doesn't it? I love it when people who are just absolutely man crazy project and say that you're insecure because you don't want them touching your man. When really it's like, I think the only insecure person here is the person who's going around trying to flirt with everybody else's husbands because it gives her some sort of validation that she can have them. She's trying to cover her by hiding what really happened to everyone. She's no longer a friend, so you shouldn't feel bad if you tell everyone the truth. If she loses people, that's on her. It's literally just the truth. And something tells me that a lot of other people, they had their own experiences with her doing the same thing. They don't like that. It's a pattern. She knew she acted inappropriately and didn't want her fiance to know all the details, so she quickly painted you as insecure. Yeah, I'm guessing that she didn't tell him. She's talking bad about you while you're simply telling the facts. As if that wasn't juicy enough, we have an update.